Hi, this is CK at CK Education, and today I want to talk about a business degree from school versus real business in real life. I've told many students this who have said, I think I want to go to school, I think I want to go to college and study business. And I say, why do you want to major in business? Well, because I want to have my own business someday. And I say, oh, so you want to become an entrepreneur? Yeah, I want to have my own business. I want to own my own business. I said, well, what do you think that you would, you know, do your business in? Like, what is a product or service that you're thinking of to, to have to create your own business with? I don't know. I mean, I haven't really thought of that, but that is the thing. Okay. And going to school and studying business, I'm sorry to tell you, is not really that helpful in you becoming an entrepreneur, owning your own business. It's a totally different thing. Um, I started my own business twice, three times. And my earliest experience was when I was in my 20s and in my mid 20s. And this was not really by choice, but I had to set up a business for my parents because my dad had retired early and we needed a source of income. And so I started a drive-through coffee, espresso stand. This was in Seattle. And from scratch, I mean from scratch. We didn't buy a business from scratch. There was nothing. It was a paved lot. It was a parking lot at a Kmart Plaza. And I went from A to Z, from zero to building it, to setting it up, to getting all the permits, I mean, everything. From zero to setting it up. And I set up that business, and that business went pretty well, actually. So that was my first experience at entrepreneurship. I mean, just from scratch. And by the way, I was working full time. I was working a full time job at the time, so I did that sort of on the side. My second experience was setting up a company called Liberty Estates, and this was a real estate investment company, and I did that for about 10 years. That was a mixed results, but I learned so much from that, and I did enjoy it while it lasted. So that was my second experience. And my third one was in 2010. I created CK Education Group LLC, which is the company I have now, and I've been at this for about 12 years. Love this, and I would never go back to working for someone else. This is too fun. I love doing it. I love teaching, and I just love this business. Okay, but I can tell you, and I went back to grad school to get a master's in business administration in my 30s. I went back a little bit later, and I did that. But the reason I did that was just because I wanted to go to school, and only because I just wanted a graduate degree. I knew it wasn't going to help me with my business. I knew that it wasn't going to really teach me anything that I needed. But I don't know. Ever since college, I just said, I want to get an MBA for some reason. I did. So I went back and I got an MBA. But that MBA, Master's in Business Administration, did nothing, zero, to help me in my own business. The skills that I learned to run a successful business, my own business, has nothing to do with what I learned in school. Nothing whatsoever. Okay? It has everything to do with what I learned from real business people and from reading books that real business people wrote, and so on and so forth, and a lot of trial and error, okay, and taking risks and so forth, and creating a system. These were the keys. It wasn't anything I learned in school. So a business degree, if you're interested in becoming an entrepreneur, I would say start your business right away as soon as possible and learn from it, and forget about thinking that school's going to get me somewhere with that. It really isn't. I mean, it'll get you a degree, but it's not going to really help you become a successful entrepreneur. Understand that the business schools in colleges are set up to help create employees. It is to train you to become accustomed to, familiarize you with the terminology that you will need to sort of be fluent in corporate America, in the corporate world, but not to start your own business. That's a very different thing. Okay, so I just want to relay that message to you. Having a business degree in college, or even a master's degree in business, has really nothing whatsoever to do with how successful you're going to be in a real business, okay? So when I met this lady from Princeton a long time ago, and she was telling me, I'm going to set up my own business. I'm like, wow, that's cool. She says, yeah, I got a business plan written up. It's like 30, 40 pages. And my boyfriend is an MBA. He has an MBA, a master's in business administration. And he looked at it and he approved it. He said it was a great business plan. And so she says, I'm going to go for it. And I was thinking in my mind, that has nothing to do with your eventual success or failure. That will have nothing to do with it. Your 30-page business plan, are you kidding me? You think that's going to bring you success in your business? And so a few years later, I happened to, I saw her at a supermarket, and I was talking to her. I said, "Oh, what are you doing? How's your business going?" Nah, it didn't work out. I'm working as a teacher at some other place. I could have predicted that. Okay, writing a big business plan, like they do in college or graduate school, is not the way to become a successful business owner. It has nothing to do with it. Very different skills. So if you're interested in going into business, you got to know what product or service you want to go into business with. And then you got to understand sales. You have to understand how to create a system. You have to understand how to do marketing. And marketing is not just, I'm going to advertise, I'm going to get Google ads. It's much deeper than that. Okay? It's learning how to set yourself up as the expert in your field. It's all these, it's learning customer service. And it's learning to provide a unique product or service that nobody else can give, nobody else offers. And it's all of these things. It's so much more than what you might learn in a textbook. In fact, the textbook, I'm just like, what are you going to learn in a textbook from school about running a real business? Nothing. Okay? So better to read books by Dan Kennedy, for example, and other successful business people. Those are the ways, and talk to real successful business people who have done it in real life. Okay, and that's a much better way to become a successful business person than to just get a degree. That's not going to get you there. I'm CK at CK Education. Thanks for watching, and until my next video, I hope you stay well.